Hey there, I didn't plan on making this video today, but after living with the S80TR for weeks, I couldn't not talk about it. This setup isn't for someone who settles for good enough sound. It's for the kind of person who notices when explosions don't shake the room, when dialogue feels thin, and when music lacks depth. You know that unsettled feeling when your sound doesn't match the picture? That stops here. Before you go deeper, check the latest price and stock right now, because systems like this can move fast and prices aren't always stable. You've had that moment, right? Sitting through a movie and thinking, this should hit harder. That was me with my old soundbar, lots of promise, but no real presence. Watching big scenes, I felt the performance was held back by the audio. The first night I switched to this was a revelation. Like breathing after holding your breath too long. Not a minor improvement, a proper upgrade. Suddenly, sound wasn't coming from the TV, it was around the room. You feel depth in music you didn't know was missing. Voices become clear and grounded. Everything feels intentional. I tested it across real-life scenarios, late-night movies where every footstep mattered, weekend gaming where atmospheric cues changed how I reacted, background playlists that finally had texture instead of being just there, and even hosting movie nights where friends actually asked, "Did you change something?" It's not about the wattage numbers or channel count when you're in the moment. It's about how you feel the audio become part of the room instead of an afterthought. Now listen, don't stall because you think maybe next month or I'll wait for another deal. Sound setups like this slip out of stock and prices jump when people finally realize what they're missing. That hesitation is exactly what leads to future regret, remembering how much better it could have been if you hadn't delayed. If you're wondering whether you need that many channels, let me shift that thought. You don't need more, you need better. Once you feel how accurate and full this system is, smaller setups feel flat. And here's the thing most people don't expect, the wireless surround and sub don't just add loudness. They add presence. You feel subtle layers in sound that make scenes immersive instead of just louder. You hear power without distortion, ambient details that pull you in, music with texture and space, dialogue that feels anchored, every scene with purposeful impact. Yeah, it takes a bit of room real estate, and once you try real immersive audio, you'll notice weaker setups everywhere. At some point, you stop toggling between options and pick the one that feels right, the one that keeps pulling you back every time you think about just another soundbar. So check the current price and availability now. If you've been waiting for a sign that your home audio experience deserves an upgrade, this is the one that won't leave you wishing you waited longer.